Yeah, what's up? How y'all doing today? This is my Southern Opinion. My name is Eddie Steady 214, and this is Debunking Conspiracy Theories, Episode 1, The Reptilian Race. You know, this is actually a thing now. People believe reptilians walk the earth, and this new show is every episode I'm gonna be bringing you a new conspiracy and breaking it down and debunking it. Is it true? Is it false? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, folks, there's a lot of scamming going on, and don't fall victim. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you a lot of things, and I can drop gems, but also if I'm telling you things and in the next sentence I'm asking you for a Cash App donation, or I'm asking you to hit the PayPal, or I'm asking you for money, that's what this is all about. And some of these conspiracies were made to get you to believe in it. Once you believe in it, you believe anything. Um, it's a growing cycle. It's all the you look at all the cult leaders in the past. They get you with the truth at first, stuff that makes sense, but then they can tell you anything, you believe it. I've listened to pastors get on their congregation about not giving them money, not buying them stuff, and telling them, "Am I not worth more than that to you? You're buying this, you're buying that. Why ain't you buying me and the first lady this and that?" That's the same thing. I'm noticing with these conspiracy theories, it's all about the bag. And you got people like Alex Jones that was saying that the Sandy Hook is fake, made millions off of it, and got sued. But if it wouldn't have went that way, this guy would have made millions off of them families' trauma, saying that it was fake, starting a conspiracy theory up. Once you start something and it goes viral, and a lot of people start believing in what you believe, you can't go back on your word then. That's what he was saying. And this is it's definitely a cat. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got people that they don't have jobs. This is their job to get you to donate to them. They get you to believe in all their conspiracy theories, and once you down with them, they can tell you all kind of stuff. Long as it's something to make you think, and you can't really prove it, then job done. Let's get into this conspiracy theory because like I said, I'm not here to disagree or agree with this. We here to simply have conversations and talk about it and try to find an answer to it. So, what is the reptilian race, you ask? Who are the reptilians? Reptilians are shapeshifters. They are already humanoids that walk on two legs and, in some sense, look quite similar to us. It would not be a big leap or a hard adaptation for them to leave. And this has been going on for quite a while. Um, Let me move over this. John Sally speaks about reptilian race and giants. Vlad threatens to walk out. Yeah, I've seen that one. The secret reptilian race controlling our planet. This right here is the guy that started it, David Icke. Stalking cat the enigma. This is people who paid to get like this. First of all, they pay for enhancements. So you try to bring up lizard people. This is the only thing they can bring up. Reptilian race. Draco reptilian races in 13th bloodline conspiracy. David Icke. Okay. Let me just see something real quick. David Icke. Icke. David Icke. Now let's go net worth. $10 million. $10 million, right? Retired professional soccer player. Grew up very poor. Okay. This is the guy that really started the reptilian race thing. David Icke, money from reptilian. David Icke's famous reptilian conspiracy. Let's watch a little bit about this. See what he has to say. In the comments, let me know what you think about this also. The reptilian race. Is that possible? For us to have shapeshifters that change into human, but they really a reptile race, and they really want to control the earth and what we do. All right, here we go.
Hove, England, 2008. In the middle of the night, 20-year-old Charmaine de Rosario Sage is sleeping in bed when she awakens to a frightening sight. A reptilian humanoid staring down at her.
I woke up. A reptilian came into the room. We went to an underground cave. There was a group of reptilians there, and they stood around me in a circle. Each one of them put one hand on my body, and I slowly changed. And it was the most amazing, but also sort of bizarre situation to look down at your body and see it morph from your human form into a reptilian form. To see the skin shift from being smooth into scales, and to find that I had a tail.
Could Charmaine's incredible story be true? Was she really transformed into a reptilian human hybrid? Charmaine claims she learned from her abductors that all humans today are byproducts of alien genetic manipulation, some more than others.
At certain points in our history, different ET races have come to this planet, and they have not manipulated all of humanity, but certain groups.
The reason and agenda for alien intelligences to be on this planet manipulating humans and animals is because there are wars out there between different types of intelligence.
Straight from Star Wars.
Territory. And that those territorial wars involve populations of created and manipulated life.
If reptilian extraterrestrials have inhabited Earth for thousands of years, are they content to continue hiding out underground? Or is the day fast approaching where they will step out of the shadows and announce their presence once again?
The Christians are waiting for the return of Jesus. The Jews are waiting for the return of the Messiah. The Islamic community is waiting for the return of Muhammad. The idea of this return did not originate with any of those religious figures, but it in fact originated with the promise by extraterrestrials that they would return in the future.
Tradition tells us that the army of the Messiah is not to come from heaven, but is to arise from inner earth and therefore dominate the surface world.
Perhaps we are now at this special turning point in our history and the timeline of planet Earth, where the reptilians and the other extraterrestrials will announce themselves.
So maybe that's aliens. Maybe that's the aliens that they. But there's still no proof, though. What I'm trying to. That's what this show is about. We trying to get to
Join
some
Planet
facts.
Fitness today and get more epic energy and better sleep with tons of equipment and our
Look at the
clean
videos. They do have it and see, does this have some real factual
if you
stuff to
act
it?
up in school, you might
know what
get,
I mean?
stay in line. Giving the location.
That's what it's. That's what this is about. Now check this out.
Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Top 10's Net, and in the video today, we've got a weird one for you. It's the top 10 things you should know about the reptilian conspiracy theory.
Number 10. Origins. There are two schools of thought on where the reptilians came from. Some believe they evolved here on Earth, left Earth, and then mastered intergalactic travel, and then returned millions of years later. Others believe their home planet is in the Draco constellations. Supposedly, they came to Earth thousands of years ago and shared the Earth with people. Then they either decided or were forced to go undercover and hid themselves from our reality. They also started interbreed with humans by altering our DNA, similar to the way that people alter computer code. The altering of our DNA had a twofold effect. They altered our DNA so we don't use our brain to its full capacity, putting a limit on our consciousness and making us easier to control. As evidence, some people point to the fact that we have reptile genes within our brain. In fact, the reptilian brain is the oldest of the three parts that control our brain. The second is that people with reptile DNA in them could be possessed by reptilians who live outside our realm of awareness in the lower fourth dimension. These human-reptile hybrids, considered demigods, were able to gain power in the ancient civilizations of Sumer, Babylon, and Mesopotamia. As humankind started to colonize the rest of the planet, the reptiles spread across the earth and became the royal families throughout the world. By having power in every single country, the reptilians have created a global prison that people don't even realize they're in. The prison was created by drawing country lines, which leads to endless wars and conflicts. Another way they control humans is by distracting us with media, entertainment, and even politics. They've also made the population stupid and lazy by poisoning their food, the air, and even the water. So just to sum it up, because it's a lot of very unusual information to take in, essentially the lizard people altered our brains to limit their ability. They installed most, if not all, world leaders throughout history. Those leaders in turn contributed to all major historical events. Finally, for thousands of years, they've been poisoning humans. And all of this was done to ensure that they control humankind. So right off the bat, the answer is yes. In this video, we're taking a drive to Crazy Town. Enjoy the ride. Number 9. The Reptilian Hierarchy. According to David Icke, the writer who popularized the idea of a reptilian conspiracy theory, there is a hierarchy when it comes to reptilians. Notably, there are 2 classes of reptilian, full-bloods and crossbreeds. Full-bloods are aware that they are reptilians and can change forms between their human exterior and their true reptilian skin. Also, the full reptiles are not wearing an actual physical disguise. Instead, their human shell is created through vibrations that alter the human mind, so your brain just thinks it sees a human. It's similar to how the aliens disguise themselves in John Carpenter's cult classic, They Live. This explains why reptilians are 5 to 12 feet tall but wear a human-sized disguise. They don't actually shrink in size, our brains just register them as normal human size because changing physical size is considered impossible. On the other hand, hybrids or crossbreeds are not aware that they are reptilian and believe they are human, but are controlled from the lower 4th dimension to push forward the agenda, also known as the New World Order. Among those 2 different types, there are different races. At the top of the pecking order are the Dracos, which are winged albino reptiles. Below them is a race called the Reptoids, who do not have wings and have brown and green skin. The Reptoids are soldiers and scientists and are responsible for secret government programs and bases, such as the Montauk Project, which was an alleged group of tests done by the United States Army where they tried to develop fringe technologies like time travel. Number 8. How to spot one. Some general characteristics of the reptilians in disguise and people with reptilian DNA is that they are usually Caucasian and have piercing eyes that are green, hazel, and sometimes blue, but they can also change color. They also have low blood pressure and unexplained scars. Since they hide...
Oh, so this is fake. Ain't no black people, no reptilian. They just said it.
From humans, it may be impossible to see them, but one thing you should look for is how they act.
I'm just joking.
And crossbreeds lack empathy, don't express love easily, are incredibly
Ain't no
smart,
telling.
and have a
There's
love for
nothing
space and science.
This picture right here was drawn. You got a picture of Obama. You done colored half his face to make it look like a lizard.
If you watch television in slow
call
motion,
out what
you
we
can get
have
glimpses of the reptilian's true identity. Sometimes the image
That
can
could be
distorted
Photoshop.
and skin looks green or scaly.
You see what I'm saying?
Teeth become distorted and their eyes look like those of reptiles. There are plenty of videos on YouTube of people who claim they have footage of reptilians shapeshifting.
And that's what we're about to get into next. Videos of people shapeshifting.
Get 5 boneless wings for just $1
Look
with any
good,
burger.
look
Only
good,
at
Applebee's. Look good, Applebee's.
My business is to keep it moving. And Office Depot Office Max keeps us on the ball. With tech to train anywhere or cleaning supplies in the gym. Push your limits is how I keep my business going. Buy online, pick up in store in 30 minutes, or get free next business day shipping.
Number 7. Suspected reptilian. There are a number of famous people who are suspected of being reptilian. This includes such notable families as the Rockefellers in the United States, the Rothschild family from Germany, and the British.
Damn. So all the rich that's what they mean by all the rich higher ups. Also, what if this is a metaphor? Like not metaphor, like he was saying, you're not gonna see them as reptilian form, but well, that wouldn't make no sense if that's what. Okay, your eyes don't see it, but they are reptilian. They just got the power to do like that, and you don't see them like that. You see them as a regular person, but really they're a reptile. So they got the power to make your eyes see something different than what you really see. Kind of like hallucinate. Okay. I'm just gathering all this in.
British House of Windsor. It's also believed that many of the presidents of the United States are reptilian, including Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, who is apparently higher than Bill in the reptilian hierarchy, Barack Obama, and both Presidents Bush. In fact, the Bushes are an integral part of the conspiracy because of how many famous people are related to them. According to Ancestry.com, George W. Bush and Obama are 11th cousins, and Dick Cheney is his 9th cousin once removed. The blood relatives directly related to the Bushes include Abraham Lincoln, Marilyn Monroe, Pocahontas, Hugh Hefner, John Kerry, Vlad the Impaler, and Princess Diana. That means that possibly all of those people are reptilian as well. Not only have the
Some of those are fictional characters, though. You know what I mean? Fictional characters. Let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds nice, but I gotta call it for what it is. Some of them are fictional characters. Pocahontas. What?
The reptilians infiltrated banking, government, and the world's royalty, but they are also some well-known and beloved entertainers like Bob Hope, Brad Pitt, and Angelina Jolie. Needless to say, with so many possible reptilian people among us, it makes it hard to trust anyone. You could even be a reptilian and not even know about it. Number 6.
Oh, wow.
Blood. Blood is very important to the reptilians.
Reptilians
They
gotta have
apparently
green
consume
blood,
it.
right?
They also eat parts of human brains and apparently prefer children because they aren't as full of poison as adults. Besides just eating our blood,
Even if you could shapeshift, wouldn't your blood still be the same?
bloodlines are also an important feature in the reptilian conspiracy. You can supposedly tell if someone is reptilian by tracing their bloodlines. It's believed that around 4800 BC, the crossbreeds emerged from the mountains of Turkey, Iran, and Kurdistan and started the early civilizations of Sumer, Egypt, Babylon, and the Indus Valley. This explains how humans became civilized and accomplished some amazing things. The crossbreeds kickstarted them. Thanks, lizard overlords. From those civilizations, humans began to migrate and the reptilians went with them. So Ike claims that all the bloodlines of the supposed reptilian people listed above can be traced back to that area. Ike also says that there are markers in some people's physical blood as well. He points out that from the area of the world where the hybrids originated, there are more people with an incredibly rare blood type called Rh and Rh negative. Other than just being rare, when a baby is born with Rh blood, their skin turns blue. This is supposedly where the term...
Now, see, right now, you see him at his sold out show where he speaks on this. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You want to be able to sell out arenas where you can get people to believe in what you know what I'm saying, what you're saying. Same thing, no different than the big, huge mega churches that, could fill up an NBA arena and talk about the Lord. Well, if you get people to believe in what you're saying, whether if it's a conspiracy theory or whatever, you can get rich off of this.
Blue blood comes from. Number 5, the Bible. As proof that the reptilians do exist, David Icke points to a number of passages in the Bible. One of the most famous stories is the fall of man. In Genesis, Adam and Eve are cast out of the Garden of Eden because Eve was tempted by a serpent. Icke argues that this represents a change in human and reptilian relationships. According to Icke, reptilians used to walk the earth and humans were aware of their existence. But as we mentioned...
Yeah, but there's all part of metaphors too. Like when we say, keep your grass cut low so you can see the snakes. So you can see the snakes in your grass. You know what I'm saying? I keep my grass cut low so I can see the snakes. Or, you slimy, or you sneaky, you slimy, you a snake. Don't trust him, he a snake. You know what I'm saying? It's metaphors of that.
And at some point, they went underground and hid from humans and started the crossbreeding process. That moment when they went undercover is called the schism, and that is what the story of Adam and Eve represents. Besides the story of Adam and Eve, another biblical passage that supposedly references the reptilians is Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 through 4, which reads, "When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown." Icke says that this is again evidence of the interbreeding. Nephilim is an ambiguous term, but it is commonly believed to mean those who have descended or the fallen ones, leading people to believe that Nephilim are fallen angels or greater beings. Icke believes that they were actually reptilians who interbred with the daughters of humans, and then their offspring became the hybrid human reptilians. Finally, in the book of Revelation, Satan is described as a serpent and a dragon, and he is cast down to earth with his angels. Ike believes that this is a Draco and his reptoids. Of course, this theory only works if you believe in the Bible, but what's interesting is that the Bible isn't the only ancient source where there are stories of reptiles interacting with humans. Number 4. Snake imagery throughout the world. Other evidence that Ike points to is the fact that civilizations throughout the world have reptile gods or worshipped reptile beings. One notable example is a figurine that was found in the area that was Mesopotamia and is now modern-day Iraq, and is from the time period just before civilization started, called the Ubaid period, 6500 to 3800 BC. It is a statue of a humanoid snake creature holding a baby. Besides this pre-civilization...
That's not common. That's not common. And let me write that down because I'm finna look it up. We're going to take a look at that.
Is a statue of a humanoid snake creature holding a baby. Besides this pre-civilization relic, there are other stories of reptile gods and demigods found throughout ancient history. Just to name a few, Mesoamerica had a winged serpent god called Quetzalcoatl. Hindus had a god called Naga that was half human and half cobra. Apep was the Egyptian god of chaos and is depicted as a cobra. This doesn't even include how many different cultures around the world have stories of giant reptiles like dragons. Ike says that these stories of reptile gods and dragons originated from when the reptilians operated out in the open before the schism.
Game of Thrones.
He also points out that throughout many cultures, there are stories similar to Adam and Eve where reptile creatures are the gatekeepers to special places like the Garden of Eden, or they give spiritual knowledge to humanity. Ike acknowledges that some of this may be metaphorical, but he believes that these stories are actually evidence of the schism.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually
Yo,
create
shout out to
high-quality
StreamYard.
live stream?
Number 3. Connection to the Greys. If the reptilian elite New World Order conspiracy theory wasn't wild enough, the reptilians may also possibly be connected to the alien race known only as the Greys. Because, well, why not? According to a mysterious conspiracy writer named Jason Bishop III, the Greys are actually controlled by the reptilians. In terms of hierarchy of control, it goes winged Dracos, non-winged reptoids, the Greys, and then us, the lowly humans, on the bottom. There is even some speculation based on eyewitness accounts that there are actual crossbreeds of the Greys and the reptilians. They look just like the Greys, except they have reptile-like skin. Theorists believe that the reptilians have enslaved the Greys, or they have formed an intergalactic alliance working together to keep humans down. Number 2. The reptilians and the Illuminati. One of the most well-known secret societies is the Illuminati, and according to some theorists, they are controlled by the Dracos. This idea was put forward by a man named Stuart Serdlow, who claims he was a survivor of the Montauk Project. In his book, Blue Blood, True Blood,
Stuart Swerdlow.
Conflict and Creation, he claims that there are 13 royal families of the Illuminati. The leader of the Illuminati is called the Pindar, which is shortened from Pinnacle of the Draco and is a purebred reptile. According to Swerdlow, the Pindar is the head of the Rothschild family, who has been the Pindar for centuries. The 12 other families, all of them incredibly powerful, influential, and rich, have different areas of expertise, and they control global finances, military technology and development, mind control, religion, and all the media. All 13 of the ruling families are full-blooded reptilians, but the class of individuals who support the 13 families, called the Committee of 300, are not. In fact, some of them do not even have any reptilian DNA, though most do. The Committee of 300 supports the 13 families by controlling the organizations like the NSA, CIA, Interpol, and the Mafia, just to name a few. Number 1. Their goal. The biggest question surrounding the reptilian conspiracy theory is why would they do it? Again, there is much debate on this. One belief is that they need our gold to help stabilize the atmosphere on their own planet. Another theory is that they just have a need for power and control and they enjoy living life as rulers. A third, incredibly metaphysical explanation involves the reptilians living in the fourth dimension. Essentially, one of the main things that the reptilians try to do is cause human suffering and to ensure that there is constant conflict. The reason they want to do this is because the reptilians actually consume negative energy like jealousy, fear, and anger as a source of food. Of course, without much proof that these giant shape-shifting interdimensional humanoid reptiles that have mastered intergalactic travel even exist, it's hard to know what their true master plan is.
So we hope you enjoyed the ridiculous nature of that list. If you did, please do.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Dude did a lot of research for that. Nice little old video, but that's not it. We not done. Let me show you something else. All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Police! I'm a cop. You got a badge. Step back! Step back!
What are you gonna do? In our number 10 spot, we have the Queen of England. Okay, your girl is British, and being so, us Brits just have a soft spot for the Queen, but apparently the rest of the world doesn't, and everybody seemingly thinks she's a shapeshifter reptilian hybrid. So that was news to me. Not only just the Queen, but a lot of people speculate over the entire royal family being reptilian hybrids. The reason being due to some footage that surfaced online that showcased the Queen being dressed in one of her cute outfits. But then all of a sudden, they zoom in on her eye and you see her eye looking completely creepy. Honestly, the footage is terrifying, and I've watched enough horror movies in my life to recognize a demon when I see one, and her eye looked just a tad bit demon-like. Apparently, people have said that her eye was just bloodshot. But yeah, I don't know about that excuse. They really should have said that she had some kind of eye disease, because that I would believe. I've had a bloodshot, probably at least plus 10 times in my life, and I've seen bloodshot eyes several times, and never have I ever seen anything that looks like that. Her entire eye is bloody looking. Honestly, it's as if perhaps someone punched her in the eye, except there's no swelling. It's very strange. So anyways, I see why people think she's possibly a shapeshifter. In our number 9 spot, we have Katy Perry. Okay, this is some crazy footage, y'all. I have obviously heard of the theory that celebs are really just reptiles, but damn, Katy Perry? I love her. I don't want to believe it. You can't make me. Okay, but for real, even if she is a shapeshifter reptilian, is it possible that she's not a bad one? I say yes. Anyways, in this clip, we see Katy Perry's eye shift from blue to green and her pupils become slits for a second before she seemingly notices and looks away from the camera. Very sus, Katy. In our number 8 spot, we have Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron is—
Yeah, but you know what? That could be camera trickery. If you ain't see it live, like right in front of your face, it's hard to believe anything nowadays. I ain't gonna lie to you, because they do everything for views. They do anything for money. Views is money. You turn your money into views the other way around. That's what we do it for. So if you can make a person do like that, and then a person can buy that footage from you, make a video like this, get millions of views off of it. You know what I mean? It's
an actress and extremely talented singer, most notably known for her Disney Channel show Liv and Maddie. And
another thing, like I was saying in the beginning, a lot of these people, man, they brainwashing people. You know what I'm saying? Get them to believe in things. Like I say, it starts off as one thing. You true. Oh yeah, this dude be dropping gems. Next thing you know, you believe everything dude say. If dude tell you, dude can piss on you and tell you it's raining. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers will believe it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's damn near like mind control type shit. You know what I'm saying? Dude know what they be doing. And right after they got you, will you believe everything they say? They'll hit you with oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, hit the Cash App.
The Descendants. Her voice is angelic, and personally, I'm a big fan. But regardless of my feelings, people
I tell you what, these lizards know who to turn themselves into. You know what I'm saying? They sure ain't gonna turn into nobody ugly, right?
speculate that she is a shapeshifter, or that a shapeshifter has taken over her body. One or the other. There is some recent footage of her doing an interview on the red carpet, and in this interview, she has a moment where it seems as if she shifts a little. When you zoom into her eyes, it appears as if, for a second, her eyes reveal her pupils suddenly turning into a slit, just for a second, before turning back. It's really quite but if you and zoom in close,
the same camera trickery in the movie.
You can see it clear as day. So perhaps she has something weird going on with her eye, or perhaps she's actually a shapeshifter. Probably the latter. In our number 7 spot, we have Beyonce. Many are very suspicious of Beyonce.
Hell no. The video already said you gotta be white.
And I had no idea. Apparently, she is one of the most suspicious of the Hollywood celebs that people are pretty certain is a shapeshifter reptile. And it's because of a few different shots of her that reveal some pretty wild things. Apparently, in one shot, you see Beyonce singing, and suddenly the side of her face almost looks scaly. In another shot, Beyonce is dancing on stage and whipping her hair around, and for a millisecond, you can literally see her face transform into a demon. I'm not joking, it's terrifying. And it's probably real.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She just said for a millisecond she turned into a demon. Let me write this down. Turns into demon. Scaly face. Now let's go back and okay. Now is this a demon? Sound like she's into a performance. This ain't no demon face. This looks like a pretty girl with a mean mug.
See her face transform into a demon. I'm not joking. It's
transforms
terrifying.
into
and
a demon.
It's probably real.
I really
hard to believe
like
her
going off
heavenly
what
voice
people
is
say. I
even
go
human,
off your
so
word and what you're
most
saying.
likely she's from Edward's
You said
world.
she
What do
turned
you
into a
think?
demon.
Leave a comment in the comment section.
That's not turned into a demon.
In our number
though.
6 spot, we have Antique Roadshow Reptile. In this video, captured on camera, it is a regular episode of the BBC show, The Antiques Roadshow.
So far, we have a video with two of the same. It looks like camera trickery, turning their eyes into lizard eyes. And right here, we have a lizard that's not even lizard eyes.
When, in the background, the camera captured a man staring.
The gang leader, formerly known as A-Train, continues to maintain his innocence despite insurmountable evidence against
at the camera. His eyes appear pretty large, being opened quite wide, and if you zoom in, it looks as if his pupils have slits. His eyes resemble a snake's eyes,
I'm sorry,
revealing
but that's too
that he
blurry.
is obviously a shapeshifter snake. He doesn't appear to be with anyone, just hanging in the background, smirking at what he's observing. It's crazy to see this on camera, but I wonder if anyone has actually seen this in person. My suspicious brain would perhaps not even believe anyone, even if they did claim that they saw this in real life. I'd be like, show me that proof, or nothing. I'll just be sad. In our number 5 spot, we have the NBC shapeshifter. In 1995, there was reportedly an NBC News reporter by the name of Isaiah Carey who was in the middle of filming when he allegedly swallowed a grasshopper. What's eerie about this video is that if you zoom in, you can observe him having an abnormally large, somewhat pointy tongue, and the color is slightly green. The reporter had a very big reaction, which,
That is
I mean,
very
if I
false.
swallowed
I
a
can play the real
grasshopper,
video
I
of
would
that.
have screamed. Drama queen. But most people think that he turned away from the camera to hide his tongue, which, so I would probably turn. We have the Mexican schoolboy. In a video that was shared in September of 2018, there appears to be a boy and a girl, and a lot of chaos. All of a sudden, the girl seems to turn into the boy, and the boy falls down and faints. She runs down the stairs, now as him, and then after 30 seconds on the ground, the boy who's being approached by adults, he suddenly wakes up and begins to run at top speed away from the scene. Honestly, this one to me feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi show. I mean, at one part it does look like it's filmed on a phone, but for the most part it kind of gives me old Degrassi The Next Generation vibes, but maybe that's just me. Anyone else with me? But people say that it is real, and so all I have to say is that, damn. Yep, that's all I've got. In our number 3 spot, we have the shape-shifting goat. In 2009, Nigerian police actually arrested these who were 2 men escaped. Okay, typically the goat on something mystical. It is something that no one else can believe. In our number 2 spot,
That's
we
no
have
proof.
the alien
He
security
said a
guard.
guy was running and turned into a goat.
In 2012, at the US-Israel Policy Conference, while President Obama was making a speech, there were cameras that were circulating around the area, and they were shooting footage of the audience. From the front view, we
This thing said terrifying shapeshifters caught on camera. I don't what? That's 3 or 4 of them with no
see
camera.
2 security guards
turned
standing
into.
in
You
the
see what I'm
aisle.
saying?
They
This
look
is-
like, they're most likely CIA
now.
agents. But then a camera shoots the security guards from behind. And the camera catches him looking completely different than his nose looks short and rounded, and his eyes dark and crowded that pigment in cahoots. What do you think? This is footage of a person that goes into an alleyway that is semi-lit and stands still. And then what appears to be a dark shadow leaves its body. This clip is so controversial, you can place. Number 10 spot, we have Ramen Manuel. Chicago Mayor Ramen Manuel may be a shapeshifter reptile. I'll let you decide. In September 2012, during a press conference, viewers noticed that his eyes seemed to transform into, well, I'm not quite sure I know how to describe this because it's terrifying. Around his eyes, we see darkness of some sort, and suddenly his actual eyes become enlarged. Honestly, whatever happened wasn't human. Did he reveal himself as a shapeshifter reptile? I'm thinking yes. If you're enjoying this video so far, smash that like button as it'll really help us out. In our number 9 spot, we have Timothy Geithner. Former secretary to the treasurer, Timothy Geithner, has been accused of being a shapeshifter. Why? Well, because there's some weird footage of him possibly doing just that. Footage was taken of him at a press conference sitting and listening to the speaker when all of a sudden something starts happening to his right eye. A weird pattern that honestly looks like a pattern that you would see on a butterfly wing starts to form around his eye, sort of cupping it. It seems that it happens for a few seconds before he realizes it and tries to cover it up by touching the area, and in an instant, it's gone. No one can deny that the footage is rather odd, especially as he touches the area and poof, it's magically gone. It is super possible that we have a butterfly shapeshifter on our hands. Imagine. If I could be a shapeshifter, that's what I would want to be. Something with wings. Probably a fairy. That would be great. In our number 8 spot, we have U.S. General David Petraeus. On June 15, 2010, the U.S. General David Petraeus appeared to faint during a conference, but at one point, though, his face appeared to be, well, not human. The footage of this one does appear to be a tad blurry, but it does seem like something has happened to his face. His face looks like it's, deformed, and the person that was looking at him and talking before he fainted did look a tad scared, but it could have been because he could see something was wrong. So there's that. But also, at one point, somebody stood up and conveniently blocked the camera from seeing him. So that's sus. But honestly, the footage for this one is too blurry for me to say, yeah, probs are reptiles. But the people that filmed it and shared it definitely said that they saw something that day and it did not look human. In our number 7 spot, we have Lady Gaga. Okay, Lady Gaga is an interesting one because there is a video that seemingly shows something going on with her eyes. Show, she literally said on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert that she, quote, has always liked to shapeshift. Very sus, Gaga. The viewers of the show thought that it was a very interesting choice of words, and so many thought that there was a bit of truth to what she said, as if the energy around the word held more weight. I don't know. Certainly there are so many people that believe that Lady Gaga has had contact with the devil, and so it would make sense if she was a shapeshifter. Remember that time she suspended something in the air with her magical force field? Okay, but for real, is she a magical devil-like being or a shapeshifter? Would love to know your vote in the comment section below. In our number 6 spot, we have Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, actress turned literal princess when she married Prince Harry, has had quite some speculation around her over being a robot. Now, I've heard many things, including reptilian, and some people believe something has just, replaced her. But the robot shapeshifter is an interesting theory. It started when a clip went viral over Harry and Meghan wearing masks to promote Madame Tussauds new Harry and Meghan edition. But what made everyone feel the creeps is not just the fact that their facial expressions are unsettling, but also because Meghan is not blinking. Terrifying. Whereas Harry,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that dude look like a robot
I think
there.
that this got everyone to start theorizing that even though this is a mask, she may actually be a shapeshifter robot, and you know what? I don't blame them. For probs living in
Yeah, I ain't gonna
iRobot
disagree
and don't
with
even
that.
know it. In our
Something's
number
up
5
with
spot,
that
we have
because
President Bush.
she look like a
Now, this
robot.
is a clip
There's videos
of
of her
Bush,
being
the
a straight
41st
robot.
president of the U.S., speaking in an interview,
Maybe
and
she
his
didn't wanna
eyes
go.
seem to change. For those of you who don't live in North America, there is a George Bush Sr. and Jr., and they both became president of the U.S. Anyways, this clip is of George Sr., aka Papa Bush, and most people are in agreement that he is absolutely a reptilian. I mean, at this point, I'm starting to be convinced that all the politicians are, but who knows? Maybe the whole world is. Maybe I am. Honestly, I wish I could shapeshift. Then I would just shapeshift myself into a passenger that has a ticket to board a flight to Paris and peace
I got
out
a
of here.
video
You know what I
on-
mean? Anyways, in this
Video on if you pass away, you come back as something else. I don't know.
clip, his eyes definitely form into slits, and there's no doubt that if this clip is real, and so many say that it is, then, he's definitely not human. In our number 4 spot, we have Eileen Wuornos. Eileen Wuornos,
Oh,
who is
wow.
known as an American serial killer, did a number of interviews before she was executed on October 9th, 2002. During a number of her interviews, people
Well, one thing about being a reptile shapeshifter, if you're not a human and you turn into a human, when you die and you get killed, wouldn't you still be a reptile? Like, wouldn't you still have green blood? Wouldn't you still be a reptile? Wouldn't your body still be like, if you turn into a human and you get killed, you just supposed to stay that way? And another thing, if a reptilian, whatever, get locked up, how is it never supposed to turn into itself? Why ain't there no cases of somebody turning into one in jail? One that messed up and got locked up? Why is it always got to be somebody with this rich, super powerful? And why not one that may got rich and fucked up, getting locked up? Why ain't there never no cases of somebody in jail turned into a lizard or, you know what I mean? Like, why they always got to be out in the free world? Why ain't never got locked up?
claimed to have seen some weird shape-shifting happening. This is a clip of an interview that she did where her eyes appeared to show that infamous reptile slit. There is so many people that believe that sometimes shapeshifters are
You
responsible.
know what? That's just bad quality in video. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just bad. If this was 4K super clear, that wouldn't be happening at all.
For some of the worst crimes in the world, and then they just, shapeshift out of prison afterwards after taking over the body of humans. That's definitely an interesting theory. I mean, regardless, clearly Eileen was evil, so even if she's not a shapeshifter, I'm sure someone could make a case for her being possessed by a demon. In our number 3 spot, we have Reptile Woman. This woman has been dubbed Reptile Woman for pretty obvious reasons. The footage that was taken of this mystery woman surfaced online and was apparently apparently not altered in any way. The footage seems quite normal until it's broken down frame by frame, and suddenly it's as if you see a different person. Her hands look different, her back, her face, and her eyes. It's fascinating. I personally wish the footage was easier to see, as it's not fully convincing me looking at something so blurry. It just makes me feel like it's been altered, but who knows? I may be wrong, and it sure seems like a lot of people believe that it's
No, all these
Are you a
videos is bad
low-income
camera.
American on food
Bad,
stamps or
bad,
Medicaid? If so,
ugly
you are
work.
now
That's
eligible.
it.
real. There have been a few people that have tried to think that it's Black Hodgson. Let's call him Jason Sesh Since then you probably calling the shots is in this video, and he certainly shows signs of being a shapeshifter, from his eyes suddenly showing slits to his skin apparently showing evidence. For
Not
one
at
spot,
all.
we have Britney Spears. Okay, this certainly makes you thinking over her body. That to me would check out more when control of her body back again. Who knows? Perhaps born a reptile. Anyways, in this shot, this
Not
would
at all.
point to some kind of reptile living
That I
within
was
her.
totally
Coming up
fake.
in our number 10 spot, we have Chelsea Handler. Because of footage that showed up eyes,
The
they
same
probably
thing
would
every
see
time.
perhaps outside of American states or use for this is and they with like very notice is not I have a wins manipulate themselves. It's a very
Yeah, this is super fake. I can't lie, super fake, man. Super fake. That's super fake, y'all. Let me pull something else up real quick. Y'all check this out. All right, they just said that dude Stewart, whatever. I looked him up. You looking shaky? Hey, boy, looking shaky. All right, this dude Stewart. They starting to say he a con man. What did I tell y'all? Supposed to be a leader. They saying he a con man. Exposed fraud cases. Stewart still debunked. Why would all this come up? Another one. Watch it, y'all. I'm telling you. Videos of reptilian people. Look what pops up. The hell? Well, that lady there paid for that. Yeah, it looks. This is Yeah, it looks pretty fake, y'all. Wow. So what y'all think? Do you think the reptilian people exist? Let me ask y'all that. It's a nice picture there. What y'all think? What y'all think about this reptilian race? How y'all feel about it? I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel like everything's a scam. You know? Shit's a scam. Watch yourself out here. People want your money. It ain't even funny. They'll tell you a lie, a conspiracy, in hopes that you believe in them. Next thing you know, you're pulling out your wallet and your credit card. And you swipe. And you swipe. And you're giving your bread. Yes, you're giving your bread. And you're giving all your stuff up. Because you believe in them. But they getting over on you. Because this is what they do. This their job. Don't be a victim. Keep your money in your pocket. Don't believe the hype. These people are working. Get your money. Tell you a conspiracy and hope you believe it. Cause if you do, they gon' get you. They gon' get over. They don't care if you believe it. They don't care if you don't. They just want you to pull out your wallet and give a donation to they cash out. Hey, don't believe that bullshit. They just want your bread. Cocksuckers, they full of lead. They just want your shit. You don't need it. Keep your money in your pocket. You don't need it. I'm telling you boys straight up, better listen. Keep your money in your pocket, man. Don't give up anything. Keep all your stuff to yourself. Don't believe in the conspiracy stuff. Don't do it. Stay the truest. Stay fluent. Listen to good music. Listen to, hey. This is Eddie Steady 214 Conspiracy Theory Debunking. What you think? Think this stuff is true or what? I mean, dudes be making a lot of money off this, man. And to tell you the truth, I don't think they care if you believe in it or not. They just want your bread, man. That's what I truly believe. Some of this shit ain't true. The dude, David, whatever, he made this shit up and this shit works for him. I get it. It works for him. Making money off of it. You flying out, different shows. people, sold out seats to hear you speak about the reptilian people. You know what I'm saying? Something that you can't even prove. You can't prove it. It sounds good. It make you think. That's it. Something to make you think. You can't prove it. This is my Southern opinion. Appreciate y'all for watching. Man, I feel like my mic going out or some shit. Damn headphones. We're back to you with another episode. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I'm finna put it together. But it's gonna be some conspiracy that we debunking. Will you ever be able to tell if this is true or not? Who knows? Will we really get a person on camera shape-shifting? Who knows? Because what we have out right now, that's not the facts, people. It's a good sci-fi movie. That's all. But keep your eyes open. Because you never know. This is Eddie Steady 214. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, hook 'em up.